Have you ever wondered why the Biden administration would allow illegal Chinese immigrants to enter the U.S., particularly those of military age? The recent years have witnessed a significant surge in the number of military-age Chinese men crossing the U.S.-Mexico border illegally. This phenomenon has triggered alarm bells among officials and experts, stirring concerns about potential security threats. What could be driving this influx? A myriad of factors might be at play here, including China's economic and political landscape, the ease of access to flights to Ecuador and Mexico, and the rise of social media platforms aiding the journey. But what is the Biden administration's take on this issue? The Biden administration has a different view on this matter. From their perspective, the use of a legal authority known as parole is a strategy to manage the influx of migrants. This unique legal provision grants entry to individuals who further a humanitarian cause or contribute to public benefit. The administration argues that the use of parole serves a dual purpose. First, it allows them to respond to emergency situations. Second, it reduces illegal crossings by providing potential migrants with a legal pathway to the United States. This approach is seen as a necessary measure in light of the fact that Congress has not expanded legal immigration pathways in over 3 decades. In addition to this, the Biden administration is preparing a memo that will instruct Customs and Border Protection to begin releasing migrants into the United States without court dates. This major shift in policy may be a response to the unprecedented number of migrants arriving at the southern border and the severe overcrowding conditions in border facilities. However, not everyone agrees with this approach. Critics of the Biden administration's approach have raised some serious concerns. They argue that allowing Chinese migrants to enter the U.S. without proper visas or court dates is not just a violation of immigration laws, but also a potential threat to national security. The sharp rise in the number of military-age Chinese men crossing the U.S.-Mexico border illegally has raised eyebrows. This trend, they say, could pose a serious security threat. Critics question the administration's use of parole, a legal authority meant to grant entry to migrants who further a humanitarian cause or public benefit. They argue that this could be exploited, and instead of reducing illegal crossings, it might encourage them by offering what could be perceived as legal shortcuts. The critics further express their unease over the potential inability to track these migrants once they are released into the U.S. without court dates. This, they fear, could lead to a situation where individuals who might pose a risk to national security could slip through the cracks. So, we are left with a complex issue with no easy solutions. To summarize, the Biden administration's use of parole to allow Chinese immigrants into the U.S., particularly those of military age, has sparked a heated debate. This measure is seen by the administration as a way to respond to emergency situations and reduce illegal border crossings. On the other hand, critics argue that this approach could potentially violate immigration laws and pose a threat to national security. As we navigate these complex issues, it's essential to remember that understanding both sides of the story is key to forming a balanced perspective. Stay tuned for more discussions on such intriguing topics.